The shootings took place at two separate locations in northeast Grand Rapids. It all began around 3 o'clock this afternoon. 3 people, including a 10-year-old girl, were discovered shot to death in a home on Plainfield Avenue. 4 adults were shot to death at a second home on Brinell Court. The rampage appears to stem from domestic issues. Friends of some of the victims were devastated.
Great people, great friendly people that the last people on earth that you would think something like this would happen to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a tragedy. I can't believe how close to home this is.
Police identified Roderick Shanti Dantzler as the suspect. A manhunt for the 34-year-old turned into a police chase in downtown Grand Rapids around 7 o'clock tonight.
You can see the police car try to spin around to get behind him. He hits the police car, pulls out the gun, fires 7 shots at the police car directly. There's a burgundy Ford that was going west on Fulton, and she just got caught in the crossfire. There's like 5 direct shots. Yeah, there's 5 direct shots like on the driver's side window. You can see right there where there's 5 shots, like he was trying to kill him.
Now, Dantzler eventually crashed his SUV into a ditch on I-96 and ran from the vehicle.
Now, he broke into a home and took the 2 people inside hostage, and that's when the standoff with police began.
And joining us on the phone now is reporter Val Lego from WZZM Television in Grand Rapids. Val, you're following the developments there very closely. We've known in the last hour or so that one of the hostages has been released. What's the latest there?
Yes, it was a 53-year-old woman, and the police chief just gave us an update, and he says, this is a good sign that negotiations are going well. There's been a deal reached, and this was part of the deal, and so it appears that Roderick is holding up his end of the deal and by releasing that hostage. Now, what happened was she went into the police command center then and began to tell them about what's happening in the house, possible areas where he might be able to escape. There's a window with an air conditioner unit in it. He could get rid of that and crawl out the window. And so she's really been kind of cooperating with police as far as letting them know what the parameters of the house are. As of right now, there are 2 Michigan State helicopters lighting up the perimeter of the house. They've got floodlights on the house, and from what we know, they are inside the house, and they are trying to get Roderick out of the house. And they can hear him talking, and he's apparently using another woman that we've learned now is in the house, to communicate through her to police. We've also learned about a 3rd hostage. However, we have unconfirmed reports about the fate of that hostage, and so we're waiting to try to confirm that before we go further with that. And at this point in time, we're not exactly sure how many hostages he does still have in that home. We've heard unconfirmed reports that there were 2 people hiding in the basement. And so this is something that has really torn this neighborhood apart. It's a very quiet neighborhood. It has a little lake that kind of surrounds it with a lot of homes around it. The last place in the world you would have expected anything like this to do. Of course, this was just random that he picked this particular house to seek refuge in when he crashed his SUV going the wrong way on 96 into a ditch and then just kind of took off running. And so that's where we're at this point in time, just kind of sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I mean, since I think it's about 7:15, he's been in that home, and we're still waiting to see what's going to happen nearly 4 hours later.
Now, Val, okay, we're gonna let you go right now because we're gonna continue our coverage, but we know that community has got to be just frightened right now, especially even with the thought that he might get out. Yeah,
a community on edge. Val Lego from WZZM Television joining us with an update from the scene there. Now, Roderick Dantzler does have a lengthy criminal record.
In 1992, he was arrested by police in the town of Walker near Grand Rapids for stealing a car and breaking into a home. In 1997, he was charged with malicious destruction of property. Then in 2000, he was charged with felonious assault, and just last year he was accused of assault and spent just 8 days in jail.
Joining us live on the phone right now is Renee Raspberry from Grand Rapids. She lives on the street where all this is happening tonight. Renee, thank you for joining us. You were not able to get. You were able to not get back to your home tonight. Tell us what went on.
We cannot get back. We just went back to the corner of Elmdale and Salerno, which is about a quarter of a mile actually from our house, and that's how far they've got it blocked off. And we've just talked to a neighbor, and they won't even let her come out to let her dogs relieve themselves or her cat.
Well,
so it's really frustrating. My dog is in the house and cannot get out, and we're praying for our neighbor who is being held hostage.
Well,
there are some beautiful people.
Yes, Renee, tell us about the individuals in that home, and apparently there was some confusion as to the number of people that may have been inside when this man, Roderick Dantzler, forced his way in.
Well, from what we understand, there were only 2 people, and they've let the husband out. The wife out, and they still have the husband.
So the other gentleman in the house.
And maybe another girl who I think it may be a girlfriend.
It may be
a
girlfriend. Okay. You know what? I know your neighborhood is on edge, as you just said. Nothing like this has ever happened before.
Never.
So you know what? Our thoughts and prayers are certainly with you, and hopefully you'll be able to get back into your home and we will have a peaceful end, but we'll certainly stay on top of it.
Yeah.